It's in the first instance in pairs. I want you to think about a net that works for you, one that you're already engaged in, either as part of your work, part of your organisation, or elsewhere. And just think, well, this works. Then think, why does it work in terms of some or other of those principles? Just identify one. I've been doing research in partnership for something like 30 years. But I went to a conference 30 years ago, and the conference was all papers, all presentations, but a group of us got together to talk about the world, and we carried on meeting for 15 years as a network that met twice a year to engage in discussion and debate. It wasn't work, but it was thinking work. So that was one of the networks that I would talk about in the next session. So what's the net that works for you now? And what principle can you draw from that that you want to apply? And talk to your neighbour about that. So 5 minutes on that, then we talk quickly as a whole table, and then we will just finish off with a few thoughts from each of us if they arise. But we will just be quite, the pressure at the moment is the timing to get into the street, to walk to our first visit, and to think about, but we need to think where our heads are, to get our heads right, so that when we are talking with our people at the hospital, or later this afternoon, we have some principles and some questions that we can ask that draw out how their system works, how their network works. So first of all, what works for you, and how is the principle? Which principle does it apply? And perhaps you want to hold that principle for the visit this morning. Try and test it out with the people that you talk to. And then perhaps you might find it doesn't work, that the principle is violated. Then what do you have to do? How does that work? Okay, so we start now in